doing?
Good.
All right.
Let's go over questions.
Duane, just kind of, how's it going? I mean, I'm sure it's kind of like the dog days of summer, dog days of camp. You guys are kind of ready to turn the page and get ready for another team. Just look back on the first 2.5 weeks, how have things gone for you guys?
Man, we made a lot of progress, man, from the offensive standpoint, defensive standpoint, man. I think we became more of a team. You know, like you said, it's the dog days of camp. We grow as a family. We're making a lot of plays on both sides of the ball. So, yeah.
What have you seen from the wide receiver group as a whole? I mean, what have you seen that's really stood out to you? That's maybe impressed you about this group?
The biggest thing is we became more of a family. Like I said, in the spring it's hard to become a family very early on. Everybody fighting for positions, but now when you get into camp, you see everybody make plays, everybody cheering for each other. I think the biggest thing, we're really explosive, really fast. Everybody can make the easy plays, but everybody can also make the tough catches as well.
Excuse me 1 second.
Sorry, go on.
Duane, we hear people calling you Speedy lately. I just wanted to ask what the origins of that nickname were. I know a lot of people are fast, but it's one thing that you don't get a nickname like Speedy.
Yeah, so first year ever playing football, like 7, 8 years old. We had this race in Miami. Had this race with the football team, and I just kept winning. I just wouldn't lose. So, and I was playing running back at the time, and I was just running past everybody. And eventually, the head coach just gave me the name.
How does Coach Becton push you and challenge you?
Man, each and every day he's on you about just the small details. Like you can make the best catch in the world, but he's gonna coach you from the way you came off the ball to how you attack leverage, or he's big on the small details and how you look the ball in and everything. So I think he's been on every single receiver like crazy, and he just wants everything to get better.
Throughout fall camp, we've seen you even do some work with the running backs, do jet sweeps, end arounds. Do you view yourself as also a weapon as a ball carrier?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's probably one of the greatest part of my game, just getting the ball in space, being very versatile, being able to be in the backfield and get handoffs and get around the edge. So yeah.
Are you comfortable being maybe a dual threat this season if the coach wanted you in the backfield?
For sure.
Having spent a few weeks now in this offense in camp and obviously with the spring, how would you describe this offense and what it can be this year?
Very explosive, very versatile. I think we can do a little bit of everything. I think we run the ball very well. I think we great in the pass game, great quick game, screen game. We run a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, but I think we run a good amount of nakeds. So yeah, I think we're very versatile.
So much of like kind of the Scott Cross reputation is about the speed and
the speed, yes.
Guys play. Is it an adjustment getting used to the speed? How do you feel like that this team is kind of getting that down?
It was an adjustment in the beginning, but I mean, getting the reps from the spring to now, we've adjusted a lot better. We made a lot of progress.
You spoke on how family is a big thing for this wide receiver group, but what's your greatest strength physically as a unit?
Fast. Like we're very fast. I don't think it's one guy you could say isn't fast in our group.
What are you looking for out of yourself from this season? I mean, do you have goals going into it, and what would you like to see happen?
Being where my feet is, man. Just making the plays that are there to be made. Being versatile, like I said, I can be, and being a leader for not just the receiver room, but the offense.
I believe we saw some kick return practice and drills there, right there. You, Jaden, Tristan. Just talk about your strengths as a returner. What you've been learning from the rest of that group.
Oh man, so Coach Pete, man, he's been amazing. He's a great coach. And he's been coaching every returner, just the small details about return, man. Just how to look the ball all the way in, how he wants our feet to be, and learning from him has been great. I think I became a better returner because of Coach.
Would you consider yourself more of a punt returner, kick returner, a bit of both?
A bit of both, for sure.
2 weeks out from the opener, what are you most confident about in this offense?
I think we're gonna go out there and execute. We're not gonna be too high, not gonna be too low. I think our biggest thing is we're very mellow. You know what I'm saying? So gonna be where our feet is.
Does that come from coaching? Is that a message that you hear from coaches?
Yes, for sure. They tell us poise a lot. That's Coach Frost's biggest thing. Just having poise in each and every situation, whether it's 2 minutes, whether it's 6 minutes left in the game, or whether you just start the game. It can't be too high, it can't be too low.
Duane, tell us a little bit about some of your wide receiver teammates. Like, we've heard some of the names that I'm sure are going to be in the primary mix. Who's kind of standing out? I think we're going to talk to Chris Dummerkamp today. I know he's new this summer. Like, what kind of talent is he? What kind of receiver is he?
Oh man, CD's amazing, man. Like, he came in first day just ready to work. Like, he calls me, texts me, hey bro, you want to get some catches? Like, yeah, like, come on, what time? 4 o'clock. All right, we there. So CD, he's been great, bro. Like, me and him rotating. He's fast, quick, catch the ball. Like, understands football. I think it's his biggest weapon. Like, he really understands football. For the rest of the group, man, we've taken so many strides in the right direction, man. Just being where our feet is, man. Just making plays, being explosive, playing fast, and I think that's our biggest weapon.
Do you guys kind of have, most of the receivers are guys who transferred in from other places, whether they came from other levels of football. They're trying to prove themselves on the Big 12 stage now.
Yeah.
Do you guys kind of have the chip on your shoulder a little bit to prove that you can play amongst the best in college football?
For sure. I mean, we see the media, man. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. Everybody sees it. Everybody's looking to see where we're going to be. And we talk about it all the time amongst ourselves. We're just ready to prove everybody that we can play ball too.
Duane, you talked about being a multifaceted, weapon in this offense. Has the coaching staff showed you any footage of former UCF players? I mean, in Frost's offense, he had a lot of guys that were able to do different jobs. Have you looked at those kind of maybe video to see it?
I'm just watching all of Coach Frost's older teams. Like, everybody's been doing a little bit of everything, like being out wide and being able to catch an option. Like, I've seen literally every single play. He shows us all the time.
How have you gelled with your teammates and become a better leader?
How have I become a better leader?
Yeah, how have you gelled with your teammates and become a better leader?
For sure, I think I've been becoming a better leader just by understanding everybody's personality. Everybody's different. Some guys are a little bit mellow, some guys are a little bit energetic. So I think just meeting everybody at their level has that's probably been my biggest improvement as a leader. And gelling, man, we work so hard all together, man. Like, it's pretty easy to gel as a wide receiver group once when you go through adversity together.
What's the challenge of developing chemistry with the quarterbacks?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
What's the challenge in developing chemistry with the quarterbacks?
It hasn't been much of a challenge. We've gotten a lot of extra reps, during the summer. I would say we really built a lot of chemistry with every single quarterback that we have, and we made a lot of progress with them.
Duane, you said you watch a lot of older film of Scott Frost offenses and teams through the years. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there a role have you seen maybe on a former team? Is there maybe a player that you've been compared to? Like, you might have a similar role that this guy had. Has anyone said anything like that to you?
No, not much of a similar role, but I can see what type of role I will have. Just being out to practice, going, with the running back sometimes, getting options, getting screens.
Is there anything that jumps out when you watch that old film? Is like any particular, I don't know if you're focused on the opponent, but the different plays run, is there anything specific that kind of stands out that you really like, that you're looking forward to implement yourself?
Just being in open space. I think that's Coach Frost's biggest thing. Like, he all his plays, he can get you in space so easily, and obviously, like, that's where you want to be as a receiver and, as a playmaker.